please don't take offense to this, but when I think of you, I think of the word luscious. Because you're so smart.
Who would possibly be offended by that?
Your hair, your whole being, you're Canadian, you're just luscious to me.
It's like, don't be offended. When I think of you, I think of the word dog food. I'd be like, well, I have to go.
No, I just, it's so refreshing to see an actress in Hollywood that's so smart and just so together and so classy and just fantastic.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah, congratulations, Under the Dome. 20 million people saw this pilot. It's insane.
I know, it is insane.
Yeah, so Stephen King and Spielberg, you obviously had to think about it when they offered it to you, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I had to think very hard because, I feel like when you're working with people at that level, you're like, do I really want to go down to that level?
Right.
Do I really want to take a step back in my career?
Right.
I've worked so hard. It was one of those things where, just the first page, the cover page, and it has both their names on it. It has written by, and then it's being produced by Steven Spielberg, and you just kind of go, well, the script has to be really terrible.
Yeah. It's just gonna suck. I don't even know if I can read this film.
Yeah,
it wasn't a formal audition because I know for Twilight that sort of has gone down in infamy how you jumped over the table and you did that whole thing.
Took off my shoes last minute. Yeah,
but I know you've talked about how you are willing in the room. You're willing to go there and take those risks. And I think as an actress, you do have to take those risks, and you do have to.
I think so.
Not play it safe, and
you can do a lot as an actor. We are obviously really malleable, and so my favorite thing is, even if a director goes, "That was great. It's not at all what I'm looking for, but can you do this?"
Right, right.
And so being able to just play.
Well, I think the premise of it is just brilliant because when you think about Under the Dome, it can represent it's like a metaphor for so many things. And I know you've talked about how it's a metaphor for high school for you.
That is one of the things it's definitely a metaphor for, yes.
And what I mean, for me, it's men. It's that invisible wall that you're like, everything looks great, and then all of a sudden you hit the wall and you go, oh, I can't penetrate any further. That's it. That's what I take away from the Dome. Because you've had a lot of time to think about it.
What do you mean? Dating is so simple.
Isn't it? Especially in LA. It's fabulous.
Oh my God, LA, best place to date.
Isn't
if you're single, come to LA, best dating ever.
It's lovely. It's really lovely.
Oh God, I just want to go home and grab my boyfriend, and I will when I get home. I just grab my boyfriend and kiss him and be like,
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
So the Dome to you, what is it? You've had some time to think about it.
I have, and I like the high school analogy because it's sort of fun and it's a lighter answer.
For people who don't know.
For people who don't know, the idea that it's people trapped. So I said, it's like high school is you're trapped. A mean girl or whatever in high school doesn't mean you're going to grow up to be one.
But isn't it great when the mean girl does change and you go see her again and she's just an absolute slob and you're just like, you really changed.
If she was super mean to you, I think it's okay to enjoy that. Yeah.
Exactly.
And everybody's trapped, and if you sleep with someone and then you are devastated and they betray you, you have to see them in the halls every day.
You still have to see them. Not that anybody's sleeping with anybody in high school. Not that anybody's
sleeping with anybody or betraying anybody
in high school. No, that never happened.
There is a mystery, and there is something that is partly not mystery because there is a book. Stephen King wrote the novel, and you can go out and you can buy the novel and you can read it.
And I know your mom loves Stephen King. Has she met him yet?
No, and she's not allowed to.
Okay.
Because I can't trust her to be normal.
Right.
I really and she's
flip out.
Very normal, my mom. She's a psychologist and very extremely smart, really together. I mean, she's wild, and I definitely get my my wild streak from her. She's nuts, but but she's unbelievably smart and calm and collected, except when she talks about him. And the way she talks about him and the way she asks me about him on the phone, I told her, I said, you're never allowed to meet
You're
him.
never coming to set.
Yeah. I did send him to his home. I had an envelope. She wrote him a letter. And I promised her, if you write him a letter, I will get it to him. And so she wrote him a letter and I sent it, and I didn't open it or read it first. And I'm actually terrified of what might be in there. I don't know what she said.
You should have steamed it open.
I should have, just to make sure it's not just a cue card with her phone number.
And after that, he's like, your mother is never coming to set. What 3 luxury items would you bring into the Dome if you could?
Probably my Isabel Marant boots, which we were just talking about.
Yes, come on with that.
Luxury items. These are terrible answers, but you did say luxury, so probably some kind of triple cream brie, like a Cowgirl Creamery cheese or something, because you can't go anywhere without artisanal cheese, obviously,
of course.
be okay. And what would my 3rd luxury item be? Probably I have a portable Bose sound dock. It's it's like this big.
Yes, but it would blast everybody
it would
in the dome
fill
out.
the whole, and I need music.
Before I let you go, I know you were in White House Down.
Yes.
Loved the film.
Thank
They
you.
quoted me. I was so excited. They quoted me. The Channing all over your Tatum video.
Yeah.
That Jamie and Channing did. I spoke to Maggie Gyllenhaal, and she
Okay.
was offended because she wanted to be asked to be a bikini girl in the video, and they never asked her.
I think that's fair, actually. And if you've seen her since she has, 2 kids?
Yeah.
And she looks amazing.
She looks amazing. And
Yeah.
then I talked to Jamie, and I asked him if there's going to be a sequel, and he said it's going to be called Go Fox Yourself.
Oh.
If they asked you,
In a heartbeat.
you'd do it.
I don't know that I would be lucky enough that they would ask me, but if they did, in a heartbeat. And I'll tell you what, I will be a bikini girl. I'll even stand, because I think that, you have to earn your place. I'll stand behind Maggie. I'll stand behind Maggie, and every now and then I'll just peek out.
She's luscious. I can think of no better candidate.